Hey everyone, it's me Geeky and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have my July haul. It's that time of the month where I have to show you guys what I purchased. So here we go. I've got about 40 volumes to show you. I know that I said that I was going to tone it down and rein it in. Actually, technically I did, because I got a lot of these volumes for dead cheap. So I will say that I actually succeeded in my mission, although I feel like Reese would disagree. Would you disagree?
I would disagree.
Yeah, he would disagree. He's not impressed. But yeah, I've got some book related things, so a couple of DVDs and a figure that Reese kindly gifted to me. But yeah, if you notice something slightly different about the quality of this video, I'm in fact ditching my DSLR for the time being. I'm not getting on with it at all. It's just completely annoying to set up and try and figure out all of the manual settings and stuff. So I'm going to try and film on my phone for a little bit. I got an upgrade recently, so I now have the iPhone 13 and in camera. Pink. Yeah, Reese likes it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be better. And I'm filming in the cinematic mode. So fingers crossed. If it goes in and out of focus, I do apologise. I'm still learning how to kind of work with this, so yeah, bear with me. But yes, but before we get into the video, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. You guys know the drill with that. Pop into the Manga Discord, which will be linked down below. I am not actually very active in there recently. I've been super busy with work and just super tired, but Caitlin and Tiffany are super active in there. So yeah, pop in and say hello. Come and join the Manga Dudette little club we got going on there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I do pop in and out and read all the comments, and it always makes me really happy that you guys are enjoying such fantastic conversations in the Discord. But yeah, let's just get started with this video because I've got a lot to get through and to show you guys. There's one volume that hasn't actually turned up yet. The Amazon man says it's on its way, but whether or not it'll be here before the end of the video, I don't know. If it's not, then I'll pop it into the next month's video. So yes, let's just get started with the stuff that is not book related. So first up, I have this gorgeous little Q-Posket figure that Reese got me, didn't you, Reese?
I did get that for you.
He did. In fact, I think you've got most of my Q-Posket figures for me, right?
I have. Yes.
He has a way of finding them when I can't.
It's like a tradition. It's
a tradition. Yeah, it's like with the Fruits Basket anime. Reese got me the anime and, well, pretty much all of the anime, right? Apart from one, for like birthdays and Christmases. It seems to be a thing. He decides on one series and then he buys it for me for Christmas or my birthday until there's nothing else to buy. So at the moment, this seems to be the next thing on his agenda, but I'm super happy. She looks so cute. I think I've got, yeah, so I've got Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, Mercury and Jupiter. So I've got a few more to go. So you'll be seeing those up and coming as and when I purchase them. I will always add them into the video because they are stinking cute, right? Plus, I feel like they look better than the actual Funkos. They look more like the characters. So I think I will be trading in some of my Funkos for these. So I might be selling them. I'm not entirely sure. So the other two things that I got that weren't manga is 2 DVD sets. And that is 24 and 25, or collection 24 and 25 of One Piece. This basically covers the end of Fisherman Island and then the beginning and into the middle of Punk Hazard. I have to admit, it's probably not my favourite arc. I definitely enjoy Sabaody a lot more, purely because Boa Hancock is introduced in that part and she's literally my waifu. Like, I love her to pieces. I do need to get some more figures of her. There is one Portrait of Pirates figure that I really want to get, but it's mega expensive, so if I'm going to get that, I'm going to have to save up for a while. So self-control is not a thing for me, so it probably won't happen anytime soon. But yeah, I'm continuing to enjoy this. I'm continuing to enjoy the new chapters. I'm filming this on July 31st, which is a Sunday. So the new chapter will be out soon and I cannot wait to read it. Like, honestly, Oda, you're killing me. You're actually killing me. I love the series so much. It's my pick-me-up. It makes me laugh. Oh, yes. Let's move on because I've got so much more to show you. We'll probably get a couple of famous geeky book drops by the end of this. There is a whole shelf here for me to pop the manga on, but you know, they will be popping off as and when they choose to. But I think I'm going to start off the manga haul with 7 Seas because I feel like that is bringing the most heat in this haul for numerous reasons. But the first one that I picked up this month, and I believe I haven't showed you, so if I have, I do apologise, but that is Fire in His Fingertips Volume 4. This is fire, this is heat, this is beautiful. I love this series so much. I haven't read it, it's still in its plastic if you can tell, but I have read it online. I read it online because I didn't think volume 1 and 2 was going to come back into stock, but thankfully it did, so I'm going to wait until I've got almost all the series and then just binge it. This is such a saucy series. Like, it just fills my smutty mind. Like, it just fills that hole that I need. So like, yes it's also something that we always talk about in the Manga Dudette live streams. I always manage to slip that one into the conversation at some point, so yes, I'll talk about it whenever I can because he's a beautiful specimen of man. Like, Reese is giving me the side eye. He's like, really? But yeah,
you're gonna say that after you saw Chris Hemsworth yesterday.
I know. We watched Thor Love and Thunder yesterday and that's all I'm saying. But yes, this is a mature read, so if you are under 18, do not pick this up. This is definitely not a series for you. It's got explicit content in along with the next one, so please do not pick that one up. It is not age appropriate for you. Moving on to the second volume, or the second series that is bringing the heat, and that is I'll Never Be Your Crown Princess Volume 1. This is an isekai and it's done by the imprint Steamship for 7 Seas. It's a new imprint that basically caters towards adult women, so they are more spicy, they are more delicious. Like, it's just, it fills that smutty hole that shoujo B and shoujo doesn't tend to fill, because obviously that's aimed at a younger audience, whereas this is aimed at women. So this is filling a hole in my heart that I never knew I needed until now. So yes, I am super happy about this series being released and the imprint in general. So I will be picking up volume 2. It's already been pre-ordered, and I know Caitlin's read this, and I know Caitlin likes it as well, girl. You know, we'd be degenerates together, so don't worry about it. But yes, I cannot wait for volume 2. So the next series is again by 7 Seas. There's 2 more volumes for 7 Seas. This series I've seen Chrissy Lou talk about a lot on her TikTok and her YouTube, and I was definitely curious about it. I haven't really heard about it or too many people talk about this series. It has got an anime, but I haven't watched it. I think after reading this first volume, I'm definitely going to give it a go, and that is Kageki Shoujo The Curtain Rises. This story is a little bit confusing for me to explain because I don't entirely understand what the troupe is or what it really entails too much. All I know is basically it's a theatre group that is entirely run by women. The entire cast members are women. They do the male leads, the female leads, the whole entire lot is produced and done by women. And basically these girls have gone into academy to try and become part of the dance or the theatre troupe for summer, spring, autumn and winter. They have, I believe, 4, so they're fighting to basically be part of the troupe, competing to be part of the troupe. From what I've read so far, I have really enjoyed it. There are some more darker themes about this. It does cover like SA, so like sexual assault and like sexual abuse, so if that is not something that you would like to read definitely do not pick this one up. However, I feel like it's handled pretty well, but yes, I'm definitely curious to see about what happens next in this series. I believe it's got a sequel series, so I believe this part of it was seinen and then it got jumped into a shoujo magazine, so now it's shoujo. But yeah, take that with a grain of salt. I'm not very good and I'm not very up on my demographics, so I'm sure if you pop over to Christy Lou's channel, she'll give you a lot more information than what I can give you, because I'm very new to the series and I'm just enjoying it so far. So Last for Seven Seas is one that I have been so excited to get my hands on since it was announced. Like, I've read it all up to, I think, volume 20 or 21 through the Kindle Unlimited when it was available, and that is Tokyo Revengers. Oh my god, I'm so happy to finally have this volume in my hands. It is a 2-in-1, as you can see, but oh my god, like, Seven Seas has done a stellar job with this release. Like, it's got like this textured, I don't know if you can hear it, ASMR. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm gonna stop now, it's a bit weird. But the texture of the volume is really nice. It's got some glossy bits and a bit more texture in the background. It's definitely high quality paper. I feel like I wish Viz would have taken a leaf out of Seven Seas' book when they published Alice in Borderland, because if it would come out like this, I would have been like so happy about that, but unfortunately it didn't. Anyway, the UK sadly hasn't got the Barnes & Noble edition, so we don't have a variant cover, so we're kind of stuck with the plain omnibus or the OG omnibus, but it's okay. The quality's great. I'm just really happy to have this in my hands, so I don't really care about the variant cover. But this series is so good. If you've watched the anime, definitely pick up the manga. I heard that it dips somewhere around like 200 and I think it was 20 or something. Apparently it doesn't, something happens and it takes a nosedive, but I've read up to volume 20 and I really enjoy it. So I'm just gonna form my own opinions on that, and just, yeah, I love it. I love the characters. My brother's even got involved with this. Like, he's watched the anime and he's very much anticipating the second season when it finally arrives. This basically follows a gentleman that almost gets hit by a train, but when he does, he ends up being catapulted back, I think it was 10 years or 12 years into the past, to try and save his ex-girlfriend from being killed by the Tokyo Manji gang, and it's basically centered around that entire scenario. Our main character, Takamichi, goes backwards and forwards to try and change events happening in the present by going back into the past and just basically wreaking havoc, but not really. He's trying to fix things, but every time he fixes things, he thinks that it's been fixed, and then he comes back and something else has happened. But yeah, I'm super hyped about this. I'm definitely gonna leave this for a good few amount of volumes before I get into it, because I really liked binge reading it. So yeah, this was definitely anticipated for me, highly anticipated, and I cannot wait to get to the next volume, and it is already pre-ordered. In fact, the next 2 volumes are already pre-ordered because I'm that obsessed. I think they've got some Q poskets coming. There you go, the first one of the afternoon, guys. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pre-order the Q posket of Mickey and Dragon. I always get his name wrong, but I think I'm going to pre-order those because they look super darn cute, so yes. So next stack is the Kodansha stack. I have to say, I believe that most of this haul is probably shoujo or josei, but the first volume of this stack is actually a shonen, and it's done by the same author as Seven Deadly Sins. I believe it might have something to do with the Seven Deadly Sins, because it's called the Seven Deadly Sins 4 Nights of the Apocalypse, but the Seven Deadly Sins haven't been directly involved in the series yet, so I'm not entirely sure. But I managed to pick up volume 4. Volume 3 is on its way. That's the volume that the Amazon man is supposed to deliver. Whether or not it will arrive today, I have no idea, but I have read volume 1 and 2 and I have really enjoyed it. I'm umming and ahhing whether or not I want to get rid of my singles for the Seven Deadly Sins and then replace them with the omnibuses. I am yet to decide. I feel like I want to, but I'm unsure. But from what I've read so far, this is a really fun series, and I cannot wait to read what happens next. The characters are super cute, the art style is great, and I just love being back in the world of Seven Deadly Sins, even if they're not directly involved in the series yet. But yes, this is rated 13 plus, so it is safe for sort of young adults to read. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Cannot wait for the next couple of volumes to come out. Next is basically the shoujo stack from Kodansha. This next one is one that I promised that I'll probably pick up this month, because the last month I binge read the first four volumes of this series and then picking up the 5th one, and that is Vampire Dormitory Volume 5 by Emma Toyama. I am really enjoying this vampire trash. You guys know I love myself some vampire trash, but this is good vampire trash. Unlike this, yes, I am name dropping this. I am only in this for the art style at this point. I'm not really enjoying too much of the story. However, we'll give it a go when there's 5 volumes. When it's complete, I'll reread it, binge read it, and see if my opinions change. But so far, get out of here. So this one is basically follows a young girl who dresses as a guy because she doesn't like the attention that she receives basically as a female. She gets kicked out of her family house and is homeless, and this girl on the front finds her and thinks that she's a guy and ends up saying, do you want to be like basically my blood bank and come to my dormitory? So she says yes. He doesn't know that she is female, and crazy shenanigans happens from then. Like, this series is not the best. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best shoujo I've ever read, but it's highly enjoyable and very comedic, and the love triangle that's going on, I just love it, especially in this volume, sort of end of volume 4 into volume 5. Like, yeah, it's a mess, but it's a good kind of mess, and I'm here for it, so I cannot wait for volume 6. Next is LDK volume 3. I think I picked this up for £3 or thereabout. I'm slowly collecting this. I have read this online before, so I didn't read it all online, but back in the day when I used to read the scans, I had a read of this because it wasn't available in English. So yes, I have read this. I'm gonna wait until it's completed in English before I give it a good binge read. It's smutty. It is aimed at older teens, so 16 plus. If you are not 16 plus, probably wouldn't give this a go. It has some kind of mature themes, but not really. It's just a little bit smutty. But yes, age appropriation, please. If you are not of age, do not read this. Simple as that. Next up is one that is literally, I think this is going to be this month's or next month's kind of high priority to finish, and that is Perfect World volume 5. Now, I have read up to volume 4. I really enjoy this series. It's quite heavy at times. There are a lot of things going on in this. It's not going to be for everyone, but I continue to enjoy this. I'm picking this up slowly as and when I can find it on sale, because it's Kodansha, and Kodansha be heavy in the price tag, so your girl's got to save some coin where she can. But yeah, this was about £5 I think I picked it up for, so not a bad deal at all. I haven't read this, can't say too much about it. All I can say is after volume 4, I feel like this is going to get a very interesting. That's all I got to say, because if I say anything else, it's going to be spoilerish, but it's been quite a heavy couple of volumes, so I'm interested to see what happens next. As I say, I'm probably going to try and finish this one this month or next month in terms of collecting, and then probably give it a binge read like I'm going to do with the next one. So next is a chunker of a stack, and basically I finished the rest of Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. I found a couple on eBay, so I was literally just like, yeah, I need to finish this series. I think I got these two for like £5 or £6 a piece used, and the condition is pretty much like new, to be honest. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I was really happy with my purchase, and then when I checked Amazon and I think it was Blackwell's, they had the others sort of discounted. It wasn't heavily discounted, but it was discounted enough to where I was okay with kind of pulling the trigger. Sorry guys, I think my ring light is kind of showing in the reflection of books, but yeah, I was comfortable enough to pick up the rest. I think the one that I paid most for was volume 8, which was about £8, which between 8 and 9, am I happy with that? No, but because I got the others at such a good deal, I feel like it kind of evened out. This volume is definitely a spoiler. They always do that, guys, don't they? The last volume always ends up being a spoiler. I am super excited to finish this. This series literally just makes me giggle. Like, the guy on the front here is basically an idol. Yes, this is an age gap. If you don't do age gaps, then I would probably suggest that you don't pick this one up. But I'm okay with them as long as they're done well and it's not like very inappropriate. I feel like from what I've read so far, I've really enjoyed this. Plus the guy's obsessed with bums. It tickles me and makes me laugh so much. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to finish this series and move on to Perfect Well, which will be next month's collect, or the next 2 months. Basically I want it done by the end of the year. That's it. Next up is one that I got because it was pretty heavily discounted in terms of what they normally are. So like these volumes go for about £20 to £25 in the UK normally. Amazon had it for like £14 and I was just like, shoot, I better be jumping on that because these are a pretty penny and they all add up in terms of price, and we don't really have 3 for 2 down here. Unlike sort of like where Tiffany and Caitlin are, they have like shops around them that they can get 3 for 2 deals on. I have literally nowhere. Dave doesn't have too much anymore. My Waterstones has expanded their collection immensely, but they're still retail, and the closest 2 places that I can go for 3 for 2 is Forbidden Planet up in London and down in Southampton, which isn't very easily accessible for me. So I got to deal with what I got to deal with. So I sucked it up and picked this up for £14. So this is volume 6 of Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. The Eternal editions of volume 6. I do apologise. I think the wind must have taken one of the doors upstairs, so that slammed. Sorry about that. But yes, I think I am up to volume 2 in terms of reading. I have all the singles that was redone by Kodansha a few years ago, so the first box set and the rest in singles because I am really impatient. I also have Codename Sailor V 1 and 2, so I will be getting those eventually, but again, I'm in no hurry really to collect these. I'm just going to collect them as and when I see them on sale because they are a pretty penny. But yes, also if you guys are wondering, will I be collecting the new pocket size versions of these, which are basically the same size as like a Viz but like an omnibus size, like an omnibus edition, like 2-in-1s or something. No, I won't. I don't feel the need to pick them up. I've seen them in stores and I'm probably gonna get hated for this, but I think they look ugly. Like I don't like the spines. They've got like a strip of pink or something down the side where it says Sailor Moon. I don't like them. I think they look ugly. I'm happy with these. I'm happy with my singles, and I will not be triple dipping because that is a waste of money. For me personally, it's a waste of money. Yes, I love the series, but I will not be triple dipping. And if I did, Reese would probably kill me. So he's nodding in the background. If you could see him, he is like, I will kill you. Last but not least, for my publishers are Viz Media. You guys know I'm a Viz Media hoe. Like, I love Viz Media. Most of my collection is Viz Media. I'm not liking them so much in recent years because they're doing us shoujo fans dirty, but I still love a lot of their series, so I'm going to support the ones that I love. But first up is new releases for Shonen Jump. I only got a few this month, surprisingly. I kind of picked them up as and when I fancy reading them, so I'll let the volumes build up in terms of releasing, and then when I'm in the mood to read a series, I'll then be like, oh, okay, so I'm up to date with what I've got, so let's just go and purchase a load more. So that's how I kind of do it for shonen titles, because they're so long running and I just can't afford to keep up with them like monthly, if that makes sense. I've got other things that I would much rather collect and read, so they're kind of not a priority. But I've spoken too much about that. let's get on to showing you what I actually got. So first up is Undead Unluck Volume 7. I really enjoy this series. This is, I suppose I could say this is like a guilty pleasure of mine, because I really did not like the first volume, but this just gets better and better for me. I like the character development that we've got going on, and just the direction in which the series is heading. It's just really interesting. I like the world building, the character development that we got for Undead and Unluck like last volume and into this volume. Like, I'm just interested to see where it goes from here. I reckon this series could do well if it had an anime adaptation, but I don't think that it would. I don't think that they would do it, or have they announced it? Am I just talking a load of shit right now and they have already announced it, and that's why I'm thinking that it would make a good anime? I don't know. I'm gonna shut up and move on because I don't know what I'm talking about. Next is Volume 27 of Blue Exorcist. Honestly, I've waited for this volume, which feels like months. I feel like it was released and then it went out of stock very quickly in the UK and I couldn't find it. Then I got like a little bit of money from my work as like a thank you for my excellent service, and I used it to basically pick up a few volumes of manga because why not? Have I read this? No. I'm going to probably give it another few more volumes to stack up until I continue. This series releases like once every 6 months to a year because it's a monthly series. I feel like also this is such an underrated series as well. Not very many people talk about it, not very many people know about it, I think because it is a monthly series, but it's really, really good and I really enjoy it. Like, the anime was okay. The first season had an anime only ending, and then they done the second season, but never really explained why they completely skipped over the ending of the first season, which might confuse a lot of people. But the manga is so good. So good, and I cannot wait to continue with this series. I believe I'm up to volume 23 in terms of reading, so yeah, I am a few volumes behind, but I want to be a few more volumes behind and then do a re-binge because I do love to binge my series. Next is another new release, and that is Jujutsu Kaisen volume 15. No, I have not read this. I am such a bad manga collector. No, collector I'm not bad at, it's the reading that I'm bad at. The reading I'm very slow at on a race. I do read, but I go in and out of like whatever I'm reading. So like the beginning of the year I was going ham on the reading. I was like whacking out what, 50-60 volumes a month for like 3 or 4 months. Then I think I burnt myself out, so I'm slowly like chugging along with the reading. This is on the back burner. I do love it, I do like it, I love the anime, I do like the series. I think I'm up to volume 9 in terms of, I think it was just before the Shibuya arc, so I believe it's volume 9. So I'm quite far behind. However, I will get there, but not right now. Next is actually a surprise for me because I brought this series specifically for Reese. Didn't I, Reese?
Yes.
Yes. Have you read it, Reese?
I read the first one.
Have you read anything else, Reese? He has not read anything else. So basically I picked up this particular series because I have an issue with my buying. So basically, to try and get Reese on board with this, I tried to get him in touch with his manga love, but he has none, so it's taking a while. But because he loves Harry Potter, I thought this would be a perfect series to put. If you could see, he was like, yes I do. But no, this series is definitely Harry Potter meets One Punch Man. Like, it's hilarious, there's good action, there's good comedy. The art style actually, as the volumes has gone on, has got better for me, but that is martial magic and muscles. So I picked up volume 4, 5 and 6. So, and yes, I have pre-ordered volume 7, and I cannot wait to read it. Like, this is hilarious. I cannot wait to see the anime for this because it has been announced. I feel like, Reese, would you watch the anime?
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, you would watch it over the preferred to read it.
I don't really read.
Yeah, no, he's Reese is definitely not a big reader, so I feel like once the anime drops, and if it's available in English, because I don't think you would be up for reading subtitles, right?
I've read subtitles before.
Yeah, so you would watch it if it was subtitled?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Got it on camera. So as soon as it's out, if it is available on Crunchyroll or whatever, I'll get Reese to watch it, and then maybe we can have a little discussion, right, to see how you felt about it. Yeah, I mean, he's nodding, but it's probably not gonna happen. But it's on camera now, so you have to.
I would.
There we go. For me, I really enjoyed this. Marshall is hilarious. He is really good at being very straight-faced, straight-talking, and basically is able to make friends with everybody that he encounters, which is really interesting. We found a little bit more out about Marshall. There's a secret organization that kind of wants to get their hands on him, and that's kind of like the main antagonist of the story, or at least it's been introduced so far. So I am super hyped to see what happens with this series. After reading volume 1 and 2, after reading volume 1, to be honest, I was not sold, but I was just like, right, I'm going to be doing a spring clean of my manga, so I really need to have a look at some stuff that I've had sitting in my collection for a while to see if I want to keep it. I read volume 1, 2 and 3, and I was just like, okay, maybe I should try 4. Okay, let's get 5 and 6 and pre-order 7. So that's what I did. So clearly I'm enjoying this series, so I'm glad that I stuck with it. It's going to be super fun when we have the anime, and I cannot wait to watch it. So that was all for my shonen jump titles.
There we go.
That's another book drop. Woo! So next is my shoujo beat. So I'm just gonna move the stack up onto the side and then get showing. It's quite warm in this room, guys. I've had to close my window just because of the heavy traffic outside. So it's extremely warm in here. So if you can see me greasy, that's why. Anyway, also moving these books around is heavy work and I'm unfit as hell. So moving on. So the first series that I managed to pick up was an absolute bargain find. Like, as soon as I won it on eBay, I had to share it with you guys in the Discord, so you've probably already seen it, but that series is Happy Marriage. Oops. Volumes 1 through 10. I don't know if this is focusing yet. 1 through 10. I managed to pick this up for literally $12.99, and I think, well, $12.99 and like £3 shipping, something like that. Like an absolute steal. I honestly, I thought this was gonna go and I wasn't gonna be able to get it because like I think it's volume 4 is quite difficult to find, but I am so excited to finally be able to read this series. Like, sorry guys, my fairy lights are literally falling down. I've tried to tape them, but they just still fall down. But this is by Maki and Joji, the same mangaka that does An Incurable Case of Love and SP Baby. I'm yet to get SP Baby, and I've got one more volume left of An Incurable Case of Love. I know for a fact that I'm going to enjoy it. For some unknown reason, I feel like this is also a series that I have read online back in the day. Ooh, volume 8 has got Christmassy type theme on it. Oh, that just makes me feel so warm and cozy inside. Oh, cannot wait for the autumn. But yeah, if it's anything like An Incurable Case of Love, I feel like I'm going to really enjoy it. I'm so happy that I was able to pick it up in its entirety, so I'm not gonna have to faff around finding single volumes. So this will be a binge read at a later date once I've collected and completed a couple more shoujo series. I will probably do a binge read of some of them and possibly put them into a reading log at some stage, but I'm making any promises because my work schedule and my health and everything, so I'm not gonna make any promises, but you might see that sometime in the future. Moving on, I have kind of a really random assortment of shoujo beat titles this month, I'm not gonna lie. I have, I believe, one new release, and that is Queen's Quality Volume 14. I continue to enjoy this series. I'm definitely not going to read this one this month. I'm going to wait until volumes 15 and 16 come out and then kind of binge read 13, 14, 15 and 16. I really enjoy this series. This series is done by the same mangaka that does Dengeki Daisy and Beastmaster, I think it is, a 2-volume series, and I really enjoyed Dengeki Daisy. Yes, it's a age gap, but it's such a good series and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, no surprise, I really enjoyed this. This is the sequel to QQ Sweeper, and yeah, amazing. Also, I saw Chrissy Lou the other day on her Instagram, I think it was. She went to a Comic-Con or a convention in America, and she dressed up as Fumi. Girl, your cosplay was amazing. Like, how the bloody hell did you make that sailor outfit? Because it looked freaking good. Like, and the sword, girl, like, what the fuck? Like, that was such an amazing cosplay. Like, I'm so impressed. Like, I don't know how you were able to do that, because I have got no patience at all to sit down and make a costume, but oh my god, you look stunning. I really enjoy this. Definitely recommend to any shoujo fans, actually, and if you're not a shoujo fan, definitely give this a go. It's a little bit more darker in terms of shoujo. It's got a lot of action and fantasy elements to it. I feel like it's a good all-rounder, really. So if you do like shonen, why not give this one a try, because I feel like it would be something that you might enjoy. Next is a really random one that I saw discounted on Amazon for like $4.99ish, and I was like, well, I haven't added anything else to that particular series in 7-8 years. So when I saw it for like $4.99, I was like, yes, I need to jump on this before it's non-existent anymore. I've only got like, I think it's like 8 volumes to collect left in the series, so I will be on the hunt for that. And that is Otamen volume 17. Now, I haven't actually read this series in a very long time, so I'm not even going to tell you what this series is about, because I honestly cannot remember. It is done, however, by the same mangaka as Requiem of the Rose King, so Ayakano. It is worlds apart from Requiem of the Rose King. Requiem of the Rose King is so dark, so gritty, very action-packed, medieval drama type series. This is not. This is a very fluffy high school shoujo-y type vibes, from what I can remember. But yes, it's worlds apart. However, because I really enjoy Requiem of the Rose King and I already had parts of Otamen, I thought I probably should pick that up and then give this one a read as well, because it is one of her earlier series released in English. So yeah, I will be collecting these very slowly as and when I can find them on sale, or for a lot, or for a good deal. So yep, that will be in some upcoming hauls, fingers crossed if I can find them. Talking about bargain finds, actually, I found this particular volume 21 of Skip Beat for £3.50 on eBay used. It said good condition, but this pretty much, in my opinion, looks new. Not that you can you see that? Yeah, this pretty much looks new, and I'm super happy. I don't think I've paid for any of my volumes of Skip Beat retail at all. I think the most I might have paid was £5.50, which actually isn't retail either. So in terms of that, I am winning. I think I might have almost half of the series at this point, mostly the beginning and then teens, and then a couple in the like 20s and 30s. So I've still got quite a way to go with this series, but I'm definitely actively looking for them, because I remember reading quite a bit of it online when I was a lot younger, a teenager in fact, and really enjoying it. But I didn't know it had a manga released in English at the time, because I would definitely have picked it up. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Definitely will do another binge read once I have accumulated a straight run up to 21, and then I'll hang back and then do a few more, then binge read that, and so on and so forth and whatnot. But yeah, very good series. It is rated teen, so it's pretty good all-rounder, to be honest. It basically follows Kyoko. From my memory, basically she has been living with her boyfriend in her apartment. He dumps her to then go into the acting industry. So basically she wants to take revenge and beat him at his own game, and that's kind of how the series starts. It's very comedic, and Kyoko is a feisty female lead, which I do appreciate. The art style is gorgeous. It's very, to start off with, the characters are very sharp and kind of like elongated. It could be a little bit off-putting for some people that aren't very used to that kind of early 2000s, late 90s shoujo vibe. However, stick with it. It's an amazing series and I would highly recommend it. Moving on. Next is one that I wish I would have completed this when I was reading it way back in the day, like a good 5 years ago by now. Reese picked me up a couple of volumes for Christmas. I wish after he'd picked me up a couple of those volumes I would have picked up the rest, because now I'm really struggling on 2 volumes, I think. But that is Kimi ni Todoke volume, what's that, 28 and 29. I am very much struggling to find volume 30, and I think volume 27 is the last 2 volumes I need. I'm struggling really bad. I thought that it was still in stock on Amazon. It wasn't. I left it a bit too late. So when I found these 2 discounted on Amazon, on the marketplace, I jumped on them because I want them complete, basically. I want this one complete and Orisama Teacher complete. Until I can no longer find them anymore, because I do not want to pay ridiculous scalper prices for these. This is a super cute kind of classic high school drama shoujo romance. Like, I've only read in recent the first 3 volumes. It's been a very long time since I've delved into this world. I'm going to give it another reread when I can find 30 and 27, and I probably will do like a reading vlog kind of situation with this whenever I can do, as and when I'm reading them. But this is such a cute series. I loved this so much when I read it back in the day. It does have an anime. I haven't watched it and I don't know if it's on Crunchyroll. Please let me know if it is. I was able to pick up 3 volumes of 3 separate series that are very hard to find. All 3 that I started last month, so that's a bonus. The first being volume 3 of Kami-sama Kiss. This is super hard to find. I don't know if I've missed the restocks on volume 2, only because volume 1 was restocked. Now volume 3 is. I don't know if volume 2 has been restocked in the UK yet. Please let me know if you've seen it down below. I am so kicking myself that I did not pick this up when it was releasing, because this is so up my alley. I started to read volume 1 last month when I got it, but I had to stop myself because I know that I'm going to be so angry that I don't have the rest. And I'm really impatient and I don't want to read this online, because I know if I read this online I'm less likely to want to complete the series at this point, because there's so many other different series that I want to collect. So I'm holding back so hard, and I am not paying scalper prices, because I've seen a couple of these volumes on eBay for like 20 quid a piece. No guys, let's have a talk here. We don't need to be paying those scalper prices. It's ridiculous. We need to be patient. Anybody that's been in the manga and anime kind of scene collecting scene for a while or a long time, a veteran, I would class myself as a veteran. I've been collecting for 10 years, so I feel like a veteran at this point. Patience. That's all you need, is patience. Eventually you will find it at a decent price, used or not used. It will be restocked. You've just got to have patience, and I'm fighting my own advice here, but hold strong guys, hold strong. Next is another one that is the same, but honestly, because I don't know too much about this series other than that it's very much critically acclaimed in the shoujo josei scene, I am totally fine with holding myself back on these and not paying scalper prices, because I don't know too much about this series other than I've seen everybody else talk about it and it's made me very much intrigued, as to what the hell this series is about, and that is Nana Volume 2. I have ordered Volume 5. Volume 5 came into stock on Blackwell's. Then I went to order it and it disappeared. So then I checked on Waterstones, and Waterstones said it was available but it dispatched in 2 weeks. So I ordered it, but I'm still within that 2-week range for it to dispatch. So I don't know if it's gone out of stock. I'm not sure. They haven't contacted me. So fingers crossed that it will arrive at some point in the near future. I mean, Volume 21 is still in stock, so I'm umming and ahhing whether or not I want to pick that one up right now, just in case it goes out of stock, but I don't know. But for now, I have Volume 1 and 2, so I could technically read this, but I feel like, again, I want to hold off until I have a few more, just to give it a little bit of a binge. Last but not least, for my manga haul, is Maid Summer Volume 6 or Omnibus, no, Volumes 6 and 8. Does that make that Omnibus 4? Yes, Omnibus 4, so Volumes, no, 7 and 8, not 6 and 8, 7 and 8. I'm so pleased with how I'm going with this series. Not bad considering I've picked up the first 2 last month and now I've got a 3rd this month. So in terms of collecting, I'm very pleased with how this one is chugging along quite nicely. I honestly have no idea really what this series is about, other than that it's a high school romance about a girl that works in a maid cafe and the guy finds out, and it kind of goes from there, and like loads of shenanigans happens. So I know that it's quite loved in the community, and that's probably the reason why I picked it up. I have been curious about this. I remember it releasing back in the day with Tokyo Pop. I saw a couple of volumes. The actual Tokyo Pop release was actually quite pretty, but they never actually got round to completing the set because it obviously went bust, which sucked a little bit. But yeah, so I knew about it back then, but I never really picked it up and just left it. And then when it got announced that Viz was going to pick up the license again, I left it again. And now I kind of regret that because I feel like it's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy. So I'm going to wait for this to slowly come back into stock because people are scalping the crap out of this series. So I will definitely not be paying those scalper prices for this series. But yeah, that, guys, was my haul video for July. Actually, tell a lie, I think I'm missing one more volume. So I'm not going to show you what this volume is because it's a present for somebody. I managed to find this at a really, really good price. I know that they are collecting this series, so I'm not going to show you what it is because I feel like not that I feel like they watch my videos, they definitely do watch my videos, and I don't want to spoil what I've managed to find for them. So yeah, that's a separate one, but I thought I'd put that in here. But yeah, that is all that I picked up for this month. It was a little bit more than I maybe would have liked. However, I am definitely on a race. I've promised, haven't I, that I will be on a buying ban from now until November, because I'm not going to say anything, but I'm pretty excited about November, and let's just say that it's going to be a massive haul coming in November. Like, when I say big, I mean big. As long as everything goes to plan and everything, yeah, as long as everything goes the way that they're going right now, we're going to have a big haul in November along with quite a few videos. So yeah, I'm not saying anything other than that, I'm super excited, and let's just say that. But yeah, I hope you like this haul video for today. It was a bit over the place. It was definitely a longer video. We're almost at an hour long now, so I do apologise if you have managed to stick with me up until the end. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing and I literally love you to pieces. But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. You guys know the drill with this one. And then pop into our Manga Dudette Discord, which is down below. Come hang out with us in there, have a lot of fun, get to know our community, get to know us a little bit more. Though you probably will get to know Tiffany and Caitlin a little bit more than me because I'm quite quiet in there. But yeah, I'm trying to build up the confidence to go back in there. It's just I don't know how to start conversations with people, so it's really difficult. I'm quite a socially awkward person. Not that you would know, but I am. So yeah, I don't know. I'm conflicted. I really want to go in, but I'm like having like major social anxieties about popping back in there. So I will do it. It will just take me a while, so bear with me. But yeah, that's all I got time for today. I hope you guys are doing well and staying healthy and all that jazz. I will see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye bye.